That's not Roll20. Cool. Hello. Welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You. My name is Ash. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And today we're playing Court of Swords. I have with me 3 destined travelers.
And a bird.
And and a bird. Sorry, yeah, I miscounted.
How dare you?
Which one of us?
I am the most destined bird of all.
Just that was dire. So yeah, three distant travelers and a bird. We're gonna go see Winter in the Court of Cups, where it's chilly and wet and sad, probably. Emily, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Certainly. Hello. I'm Emily. I am an artist and a filmmaker. Sometimes I make art for games. Sometimes I make art of people's role-playing game characters and other things like that. You should commission me to do those things. I am playing Sunan, who is Tautier and a shaman, and more specifically like a death rites shaman. And yeah, they are very grey.
Yeah.
Both in appearance and morality.
Yep. I was gonna say. Ashley.
Hello. Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Nova. My pronouns are doctor and doctors, and I don't know. I play video games here on the internet, and today I'm going to be playing Nephthys, the Naga monk, who is great and is a giant snake lady and is trying to find a way into heaven.
Yeah, because you're carrying around a freaking ghost in a jar.
Yeah.
It's not in a jar.
Ghost in a Jar is my favourite spin-off from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Wait. Deus
Ghost in the
Ex.
hookah.
Oh, come on. What's the... I can do this.
Sure you can. I believe.
Deus Ex Capacitum?
Oh my god.
I'm just going over in my head trying to do it in Japanese.
Todd, you're next.
Hi, I'm Todd. Pronouns are he, him, and I will be streaming tomorrow.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What are you gonna stream? What are you gonna do?
Pokemon.
Yay!
Fantastic.
I will tweet out when I will be streaming.
Yeah,
Probably
cool.
be like afternoon for me, so morning for you guys.
What's your Twitch name?
Twitch.tv/HawkOddly.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah.
And who are you playing?
I play Iago, the Mogwai rogue, who's only murdered one thing. Never. In the campaign, at least. He's 3-1 and doesn't like the cold and wet. So winter's
He's
gonna
gonna have
suck.
a bad time today.
Yeah.
Yep. And finally, Luke.
Hello, I'm eating dinner. No, I'm Luke. By day, I am a professional GM for children. By night, I am a game designer and a cast member on several Twitch shows, including this one. Also, Ash, when you were like, today it's going to be cold and wet and kind of sad, I was very tempted to be like, okay, so we're just playing Last of the Awful Sea again, right?
I mean, yeah, right? Exactly. Yep.
My character is, well, my pronouns are they, them. My character is Defiant Lone Raindrop. A Garuda bricoleur. Look, they squatted in the roof above the Great University in the City of Brass, and they learned a bunch of magic and also some other weird shit. That's all I've got.
Legit. Also, the correct Latin is Deus in Hydria, because the verb changes because of the noun.
Right?
Google informs me. So we did all of our paperwork last time, didn't we? We did all of our experience.
For Dharma, yes. We
yeah,
just
cool.
need to draw a new tarot.
Yes, new tarot. Cool. Who? I'm gonna make Luke go last. Todd, you can
I'll
start.
go. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do we do that every time?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
we-
at the start of every game.
Every-
Sweet.
New tarot week, new tarot session, new tarot
Fantastic.
channel.
I'm into it.
Alright.
I will not be able to help with mine. Well, no, I won't. Because I don't have my cards here easily.
That's right, I got mine.
Going down the line of what I have set, Nephthys, I drew the Knight of Wands.
Oh, I need to open the book so I can see what that means.
It is convince your companion to follow a passion or ideal.
Neat.
That's good. I like that.
Kind of gay.
A little bit.
Everything's gay to you, Luke.
Yes.
Doesn't mean he's not wrong.
They're not wrong, but at the same time, like,
It is still pretty
I've never been wrong a day in my life. Haha. Comedic content.
Alright, and then for Sinan, I drew the Two of Swords.
Ooh, okay.
And while it doesn't matter, it was reversed.
Uh-oh.
Two of Swords.
Convince your companion to doubt their actions or decisions.
ooh.
Alright, I'm into it. Convince your companion to doubt.
There's so
There.
many to like convince your companion, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gives heart like a lot of power to manipulate that part of your dharma.
Mm-hmm. And then with Defiant Lone Raindrop, I drew the Eight of Swords.
Cool. Ah, a cheerful one.
Show your companion a way in which they are powerless.
Wow. Wow.
Excellent.
Yep.
That's
This will go wonderfully, I'm sure.
I'm so sad that I never got to treat Nephthys to some luxury. Ugh.
No, Nephthys treated you to luxury.
Yeah.
Selfish Sunan didn't return the favor.
Ashley, do you want to draw some cards?
Yeah, let's do the card. So for Raindrop, we have the King of Pentacles, which is King of Coins.
Mm-hmm.
Stands for abundance, power, and security.
Hey, we get to treat each other to luxury this session.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Nice.
yay.
Hey. I don't think I want to know what kind of luxury Raindrop
1,000 cheeses.
considers.
No, that was an insult, not a luxury.
Yeah.
Snakes like cheese, don't they? I'm sure they do. That's what I heard.
I mean, I feel like if you give someone 1,000 cheeses as an insult, they definitely don't want to know what a luxury is.
Mm-hmm.
Brace yourselves.
This is like that Minecraft thing where we like vomit dirt on each other to show affection. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my card for Sunan is the Six of Swords.
Ooh, alright.
Convince your companion to leave something behind.
Oh.
We had this one at the start. That was the first one we got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming back up.
Alright, cool.
Season arc.
It's
I mean,
like
I
a
feel like-
cycle.
I always feel like it's concerning because, like, I don't want to convince you to leave your master behind. That is, like, the obvious choice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Convince her to abandon her monk training and leave it behind and be a weird cultist.
leaving the master behind would not like would not be a bad idea.
No, it's
And,
kind
like-
of some weird crap.
Yeah. So we have one more, Emily and Sunan and Raindrop.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you should do it.
All right. Give me a moment. Should I clean my hands and get my nice cards out? Oh, I'm dropping things.
No.
There's cards
In a
everywhere.
mess.
It's not 52 pickup bad. It's all good. You don't know that game, Emily?
Yeah, but I mean, of course, it's not 52 pickup. It's 72 pickup.
Yeah, no, it's even harder.
Yeah.
Leveled up. Our card is the Three of Cups.
Ooh. Ooh. Encourage your companion to celebrate a victory.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
We get a
good.
good one. Also, look, we went from the Four of Cups to the Three of Cups. We're improving. Soon we'll get the Ace. Soon we'll get the Ace of Cups.
What's the thing for the ace? Experience a moment of joy.
Aw.
Yeah, that'd be real nice.
All right. So,
Ash, do you want to draw to inspire today's scenario, since we're not as clearly smoking opium on a train as we were last session?
give me your first major arcana.
All right. I'm gonna flip to oh, it's the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, it's the Page of Wands. I'm just gonna flip. It's the Hanged Man.
All right.
I swear to God, if we're just stuck on an island with nowhere to go because it's winter, I'm gonna be so excited.
I mean, that's a good start.
Montage episode.
I mean, that's a. You know what? Let's start there and let's ask questions.
That sounds like a good plan.
Like, it's really interesting.
Like,
because-
why the fuck are you on this island?
Yeah. What does your like not currently working sea navigation like? What? How were you navigating the sea, and why is it not working?
Remember, I have that compass that points to things that make me sad.
No, that points to your despair.
Okay. I couldn't remember. Close enough.
Yeah.
I think for a while Raindrop was like, that's the solution, but no.
What were you sailing in?
I think we had like a little sail ship. In the same way like that sand one. In fact, maybe it's the same thing, but like converted. Like we've
Is it?
turned it into a water ship.
Is it a magical boat that I am able to make?
I was thinking like maybe like a catamaran.
Yeah. I was thinking
Yeah, that's
something with skins for some reason. Like something that's like using like leather to keep the water out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So what happened to, like, not necessarily what happened to it, but like, why is it, what kind of broken is it?
Let me ask a question before that I feel is going to be relevant. Are we in one of the Philippines bits of the Court of Cups, or are we in one of the Ainu parts?
I'm
If it's an
gonna go
Ainu
with-
part,
I'm
then
gonna
it's
go with
clearly
Ainu
because
part.
there's a blizzard,
Yeah,
right? Like, it's the fucking weather. Like,
Yeah,
we can't
it's-
sail in this
yeah, we're going with Ainu parts.
shit.
I reckon there's a second layer to it though. I don't think it's just that there was a blizzard. I
Did
think
we
it's
run
like
into a small iceberg and break our boat?
no. I mean maybe. But I think there's a like because we love spooky stuff. I think there's a spooky reason here too. Like for example, we were following. Okay, how's this? We were navigating because we were following a particular star that like isn't a regular star that was meant to be a route to heaven. And in the blizzard we like lost track of where it was and it doesn't seem to be there anymore.
Yeah.
How's that for
It's the 23rd constellation. called the Fountain, and it only is visible in the sky
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
We lost it.
So here's the thing. You were you're following this star to like that should lead you towards a fountain type thing. And you have with you a companion who is carrying I think so. So I think there's a father with his dead daughter with you, who is like wants to escort her body, because there's an issue with her going, with her leaving. I think he's just very poor.
Is it like? Go on.
He's definitely cupsy. He's like older. I think his daughter is probably like late teens, early 20s.
You said Ash, the daughter, is dead?
Yes.
So could it be because they're all weird and pagan, not totally like Arcana following around here, he needs to take her to like the god of a distant island that is like, in his understanding, like the realm of the dead, and like the god of that island will take take her spirit?
Yeah, because I don't think he knows this, but like the reason that none of the people in his community would do the sending rites is because she was autistic. And so like presumed to not, like in this situation, presumed to not have a normal spirit.
Wow, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I mean, this is the thing is that like we've confirmed that this is a world with some weird prejudices. So yeah, I think that makes sense to me.
So, is this a situation where I have agreed to do the rites?
Yes, but the thing is, you can't stand.
But they have to be done in a certain place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm
Yep.
escorting.
Yeah. So now you all are on this island that is like, I think it's like ice out. Like it's got like ice around it for several hundred meters, maybe a kilometer of like ice around the edge, which your like half sunk catamaran is kind of embedded in now. The ice has grown around it, and your mate, what's his name? That is one thing that I should be prepping for my for these sessions, is like name lists.
Give me a moment. I got I knew name list somewhere.
I found a live journal entry. That I don't trust a live journal entry.
I was writing a game and I did some fairly deep research. Let me just open the
all right.
file and I'll copy paste it into chat.
His name is something.
All right, I found him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yep.
because it's a poetic. I was thinking of like a poetic name about squid, but
Ash, I have dropped them in Zoom chat.
cool, awesome. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think his. I don't know the gender of these names, so I'm going to say that the daughter is a Pere, and his name is.
Petenuk is definitely a guy's name. I know that much.
Yeah, no, but I'm on a poetic name now.
That's legit.
I think his name is Lead Squid.
Yes, I love him.
Or leaden squid. Yeah. He's a fisherman.
Okay,
But like,
if I may,
known to be I think he has a reputation as a not very good one.
yeah, if I may, I think I know what scene we come in on.
Yeah, go for it.
So Raindrop is having trying to have a conversation with Leaden Squid, and is pointing out insistently at the catamaran, and then pointing back to a picture that they've drawn in the snow with a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And this picture looks, we as an audience recognize, like a very poor rendition of the sand skimmer that we were in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like clearly like, and they keep like pointing at like part of the catamaran and then pointing back at the picture like, can you make the thing? And then when he looks puzzled, which I imagine he is through this entire exchange,
No,
he's just kind of like
perfectly.
yeah, and then oh cool, and then Raindrop is like, because like they hold up a finger and like, aha, let me, and then mimes some magic, like does the magic wiggly hands, and then points at the sea and makes the noise of something freezing over really quickly, and shrugs.
He's like, oh, I'd heard that they had. Yeah, let me give him a voice. Oh, I heard that they had those sorts of boats for not water in the Court of Wands. You've had one of those. That's very impressive. Do you happen to? I don't know why he's so posh. It's because I'm posh.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have some kind of? Do you happen to have some kind of way to make that work? Because if I don't know, I've not seen one of those. So,
You make boat. Rainbow make ice. Raindrop.
well, I make boats that are made for water, though. That's the problem.
How tall is he? I'm picturing him quite tall and like bearded and a bit Russian looking, but that's just me.
Yeah, he's probably of average height. Wide.
But like compared to me, that's
Yeah,
me.
compared to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wide set but not bulky. His face is pretty gaunt, and scraggly beard.
Yeah, so I reach up and I just like pat him on the shoulder with my little clawed hand, and I say, and I quote the voice of someone we met back in his home village, saying like, Leaden Squid, he's not much of a fisherman, but he makes damn good canoes. And I just pat him on the shoulder, and I kind of like turn around and walk away.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, all right, I can do that. And it's like, no problem, Raindrop. I'll get on it. If you see anything that you think might be good on this, and like he looks at a penguin, and the penguin like looks up at him and is like, wow, and then falls over. And he's like, if you see anything on this island that might be useful, let me know.
Yeah, and we just see Raindrop's like sleeve shoots up in the air, and then 20 layers of coats fall back, and there's a thumbs up that's revealed.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Raindrop, I don't think you've met another human that understood you as clearly as him.
I like him. He's a good boy.
Oh.
He is Raindrop's favorite non-feathered person.
Yeah.
Except maybe Nephthys is also a non-feathered person, and is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Scales and feathers are pretty close, like genetic.
That's true. I don't think that Raindrop knows that. Ash. Also, I'm just gonna quickly roll my spell preparation move.
Yes, do that, please.
'Cause it is a new day. I got a 10.
Cool.
I'm good at role-playing games.
Why did that not show the thing? That's weird.
Is no one else seeing it? Oh, the image. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
That's weird.
All right, I'll look at that in the break, I guess. What was I gonna say? Nephthys,
Hello.
it's cold. It's really fucking cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go. It's
Snakes
also very
that like
cold, but you
cold.
have like
Yeah.
you make body heat. Nephthys, you're slow and it's hard to think.
Yeah. So I think Nephthys has just been very slowly and methodically. She like trudges over to the catamaran, pulls out like the camp supplies, very slowly moves onto the island, puts everything down, and then she like uses her tail to like brush snow away so she can get to like the drier sand underneath. All very slowly and methodically.
The sand here is black.
Cool. That's actually perfect. And so then she takes out some firewood and puts it on the sand, and then is like very like can't get like the flint to like go because she can't move her arm fast enough. And I don't know who sees that.
Iago?
Yeah, definitely. I'm like huddled there, like trying to like create like a bank of snow big enough that it blocks the wind for us. So like to make like a bowl. Or just
So
like,
it's already like a foot above your head, and you're like
Yeah.
trying to find something to stand on.
yeah. Because I can only push it so high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 4'1",
Yeah.
maybe 4'2".
Oh dear. Yeah.
And I hear like this slow like of the flint and tinder.
Mm-hmm.
And Iago turns around and goes, "That's let me get that for you." He goes over.
Yeah, like she tries to like hold on to it, like no, I can do it, but like she's too like. It's very easy to just take it out of her hand.
Sort of.
I don't think you've ever snatched something from Nephthys before.
Yeah, no, it's like not giving this back.
There's probably a flashback to Nephthys doing the like, just try and take the stone from my hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, starts getting the flint and tinder, striking it to get a couple sparks going.
Yeah.
Just get Nephthys warm.
Yeah. And she starts to warm up. Nephthys, while that's all happening, can you roll me sword mind? Actually, that's not how. If this is all the dungeons, you should be doing something first. All right. Something like as you're like standing up on tail end to like do something, out of the corner of your eye, you think you glimpse something, something like something white in a place where there shouldn't be a snowdrift. You think, but like it's out of the corner of your eye. Do you search for it or do you just ignore it? It's probably your mind playing tricks on you.
No, yeah, this seems like the kind of thing that Nephthys would be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for things.
Mm-hmm.
And get neat.
Yeah, cool. I think you see it move. It's a creature. It's white, and like against the deep charcoal black rock. You see it like scramble away into the like snow to camouflage itself, and then you lose it. But it was easily the size of you.
Interesting.
Definitely the word that I would use.
In my exact voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
You'd use it in Nephthys' voice.
Am I now like warm enough to like go like venture away from the fire for a bit and then come
Not
back?
for a couple more minutes.
Yeah. Then I probably turn to like what's Sunan doing at the moment?
I think actually Sunan is probably not far away, wherever we kind of have like a tent or something set up. Have we been here long enough that we've got?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I think Sunan is like in the tent, which is probably quite nearby. Basically performing like ongoing like mortuary stuff on the body.
Yeah.
Like every day there are things that I have to do to like make sure that the body is like fully preserved. And
The ghosts have got in.
If you were a real priest, you'd be doing things to stop, stop evil spirits getting in.
I'm absolutely not. And I think actually also I feel like I've been doing this the whole journey, and like every day, every time I try to do this, the girl just talks at me.
Yeah.
Like she just talks about stuff, just like things that don't make sense or matter or mean anything to me, and it's really hard to focus. But I'm like starting to do it.
Yeah. Neat. Yeah. So you're in the tent. So it's
So I'm within like calling distance.
Yeah, so Nephthys calls out, Sunan, there's something in the snow.
So yeah, I like kind of, sigh a little bit and put down like the implements that I had, and then I like put them back in their little box, and I say to the body, I'm sorry, we'll continue this in a moment, and like I come out of the
and she's like,
stay there.
Yeah, and she's like, you're going outside through the door.
Yes.
She's like, that door's different to the one that was at my place.
I think that last, like I just sort of I nod. Also like visually, I think like all of the shots of this, like we see from Sunan's perspective, wherein it's not like there is a ghost of her hovering nearby. It's literally that like the body is just talking. Like she is just lying there and like talking to me. And I think she doesn't even look
Dead.
particularly dead. Yeah. She, like I'm doing all of these things that like would probably be uncomfortable for someone who is alive, but she looks alive.
Yeah. My brain's thinking of that one scene from like the last season of Black Sails, where the guy's there with his dead wife, and then she just turns and talks to him.
Oh, I don't remember that. I think I've probably blocked that one out.
That's alright. It was well creepy, but for you, it's just normal.
Okay, so yes, I come out of the tent, and I come over and I say, and I like kind of look toward the trees, and I say, "What's in the snow?"
Something was moving on the sand and then hidden. And she like gestures to where there's like a track in the snow now.
Is there obvious tracks? Are there obvious tracks?
I mean, you would have to go and look closer. This thing was like distant enough that only Sunan could have seen it. As only Nephthys could have seen it by standing up.
Okay.
Like you're not tall enough to see where it's gone. That's behind like a bit of hill.
Hey, what about my eyes?
And Nephthys is now like coiled back down and is like making herself as compact as possible next to the fire.
I was gonna say, is Nephthys just like wrapped around the fire?
Yes.
I don't think she quite does that because she knows like other people need to like get the heat.
Yeah.
But she's like as close to it as she can comfortably get.
So I think I sort of like frown out at the distance, and I say, was some kind of animal?
Animal? Spirit? Who knows out here?
And I kind of like give you a bit of a sidelong look, and I'm like, you're getting very spooked.
It's very cold.
Freezing.
Yeah, I sort of like smile a little bit, and I'm like, I'll go have a look.
I
Raindrop.
think this is the bit where Raindrop comes up over the slope into the camp.
Yeah, what you doing?
Yeah, and I think I see not Sunan, Nephthys, coiled up and like, are you shivering?
No,
I don't think
they're not because you don't shiver if you don't generate body heat.
Yeah, right. Well, actually, I mean, I'm curious about that question. Is it a case that like Naga just don't generate body heat at all, or that they just like they're somewhere in the middle uncomfortably?
I'm establishing that they are a more efficient version of something like a snake, in that they can hold on to the heat they have for longer, but they don't make their own.
Cool. Yeah. So Raindrop sees you like just like lying really like sluggish and still and kind of slightly pale, and kind of like trots over. Where are you building your snowbank, Todd? Is it like behind where Nephthys is sitting?
I think he's trying to do it all around because with the sea and the wind, it's hard to.
Yeah. So I climb up the snowbank and then I trot along the upper edge of it because I am a Garuda and
nearly no snow. Yeah.
Yeah, and like exactly right, and like my weight is so little that like there's like no sign of my passage. I just like walk like lightly across it, and then like hop down onto Nephthys and just sit on top of her as I often, and like like land on the pile of coils, and I kind of cock my head and open my mouth, and the voice of a lecturer at the university comes out. That's like, like the common reptile, the Naga of the Court of Coins. Have an ectothermic, blah 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 blah. And I cock my head like
just trying to gesture to like grab your beak.
And I cock my head and like look at you concernedly. Like, are you, like, is that true?
She like nods very slowly.
What detail, Nephthys, is Raindrop getting wrong? Is there's some really important detail that they're getting very
what did this academic not actually know?
Yeah.
Is it that they don't realize that you can hold on to heat longer? Is it that they got like the region wrong?
Is it that they think that you hibernate? Like you don't die, you're like tardigrades, you just like go into a hibernation state and then wake up years later when it heats up?
Yeah, we just die if we do.
Yeah, his thesis was that somewhere in the Court of Coins was an enormous sunken ziggurat filled with sleeping Naga.
Luke, his thesis was absolutely not that. You're repeating that because this is a lesson that your friend, your
totally,
student, like failed out on, and like as soon as Nephthys corrects you, you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, that would be why.
Because I couldn't repeat the correct thing, right?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, and I think Raindrop looks really like put out and grumpy at themselves for a moment. They're like, fuck, I'm the reason he tanked that class. God damn it. And they make this like tea kettle noise of frustration, and then like shake it off, and then they turn and look at Nephthys, and they're like, are you okay?
She looks at the fire and says, soon.
Comfortable?
She
and like glances at the fire like, is that gonna be like in like, what's the situation?
I don't know, Ash, does this fire look like?
It's gonna take a while for this to warm you up to be like unless someone goes and collects firewood from the trees, this fire is going to keep you alive, not get you to the point of being comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm happy to like. I
have a thing.
Oh, you've got.
I'm setting up for a thing.
Yeah. So Nephthys looks at the fire, looks at the trees, and is like, probably need more wood.
And Raindrop beams this little bird smile with their eyes and like hops up off you and like puffs up the feathers a little and like waddles down over your coils to stand on the ground and like holds their hands out like, ooh, I'm about to do a thing. And then they take off one of their robes and they lay it down they drop it on the ground, and then they use their little talent to like draw like a circle around it. And then they pick up between two talons very carefully some little coals from the fire and put them at like the 4 cardinal directions of the circle. and I'm going to spend one hold and cast Zaljun's Revitalizing Invocation of the Warmth of Hearth and Home, which transforms something so that it is always the ideal temperature for the creature touching it.
Interesting. Cool.
And then I'm going to take this robe and just like lay it over Nephthys.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and so like to Nephthys, I imagine this robe is like as bakingly hot as like the Court of Wands.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's only like as big as your robe, right? And Nephthys is much larger than you.
My robes are people-size robes.
I know, but Nephthys is like
That's where I got
the
him
size
from.
of a person. Of like a
Yes, but she is
my
quite
like torso is
yeah,
the
your
size
torso
of
is decidedly warmer.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like it's. I mean, yeah, it's that thing when you're wearing a coat and then like stockings, and you're like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah.
So Iago's gonna put on a like pot of water, like get some water boiling.
Good thing we got all the snow around to make water. Hey.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
Hey, everyone. I just hit my Dharma trigger.
Hey.
Hey.
Emily, what's Sunan up to?
Yeah, so I think I have like gone and picked up my weapon, whatever I carry. I think I have a knife or something. Yeah, a knife. So I've gone and like picked up my knife and put it in my belt, and trudged off through the snow toward the trees where Nephthys said there was a something. And I'm looking sort of a little bit like put out, because I was in the middle of doing a thing, and then now they're like, it's probably just an animal or whatever. So I'm not like being especially like, oh no, oh gosh, what is it? But I'm like trying to pay attention. So yeah, I'm just looking around in the trees to see if I can see any signs of a creature.
Do you want to roll mind?
Mm-hmm. 8.
So there are footprints. There are footprints of something here, but you're not entirely sure that they're recent. Like they might have been here for a while. Like it's not currently snowing. And it hasn't been windy. And it hasn't been windy in a way that like this Lee would have had stuff blown over it. So like they could have been here for a while. What you do find is it's a big white sheet. I think it's silk, just like stuck to a tree, like hanging, and it blows a little. And for a moment, you're like, "What's? Oh, it's not a creature. It's a piece of silk."
I have a moment of like imagining, or either player there's a moment of imagining like putting it over me and like going back into camp and being like, "Woo, Nephthys, I'm a ghost," but I just would never do that.
It is it's silk woven in a particular way that I think is a Court of Coins thing. No, Court of Swords. It's a Court of Swords way. So the silk is woven so that it's all like delicate knots and patterns. It's specifically not even, it's patterned. This would be a very expensive, probably religious.
It'd be funerary, right? If it's white.
It's not.
I was gonna say, I would recognize it if it was, wouldn't I?
Oh, white is funerary. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, because I'm thinking of red is bridal.
Yeah, red's good. Red's bridal and good luck.
Yep. So is this a case of like
you would
is,
recognize
or is it notable because it's white but not funerary?
I think it is funerary then. I think you recognize that it would be like laid over a body.
A shroud for a real rich motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems useful. That would be useful.
Haunted.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
the thing about it is that it shouldn't be in this good nick without still being on a body.
Without what? Sorry.
without still being on a body.
And also, like, what a weird thing to find in the middle of the Court of Cups
Yeah.
on a random uninhabited island.
Seems very suspicious.
I love
It's definitely
that.
salt encrusted.
Okay.
This is
So I don't have that thing where I can just like see spooky things without doing. I'd have to call.
No, you'd have to call a spirit. But you could call like and see. You could call out to the spirit to like and see if there are any spirits in this thing or connected to it.
Or you could just show Raindrop. Like, that would also work. Just saying.
Yeah. I think I would like to do that because there's still like a mysterious something potentially lurking around. So, even if this isn't connected to that, it would still be good to get a sense of who's in the area, so to speak.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that.
What are you offering to lure the spirit?
I think. I think I have. I think I'd go back over. If assuming I haven't walked a long way.
It's
How
half
far?
a K. It's like 300-400 meters.
Oh. Okay. All right. No,
I
never
really
mind.
struggle with like distances in role-playing games. It's like one of the things
Yes.
I'm the worst at.
Same. In which case I wouldn't have that. I think I have in my bag like a little like candle, or that is like in a kind of a like a stone lantern. And I think about how, like, when you light the candle in the lantern, the lantern itself kind of warms. And I think that's what I'm offering. I'm offering, like, the illusion of warmth for a ghost.
So do you light the candle?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I light the candle.
Roll hard.
Okay. 10.
Cool. There's no one here.
That's unusual. Okay.
I think if anything, there's maybe like something like a kokoro, like a little tree spirit. If anything, like
Yeah, Kodama.
little kadama. I think what happens is the kadama, like, before you even like have a chance to. Actually, no. A little kadama like looks out from behind the tree.
Oh, yeah. Also, I shouldn't have rolled for that. That's not a rolling for
It's not
thing.
a rolling move. Yeah, but this is like. Yeah, I suppose you automatically
I only roll
ignore it. Okay, in which case,
Yeah.
ignore the roll. A kadama appears and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, which surprises me. It's like I was totally expecting some kind of ghost because there's a weird funeral thing here.
I was convinced it was going to be a Tsukumogami.
I don't know what that is, but that
The
sounds
like Japanese
dangerous.
100-year spirit, where like an object has been in use for too long and it becomes
yes, that it,
animate
yeah,
of its own spirit. There's even
Yeah,
one
and
that is
that
like a
would've
roll of
shown up,
cotton.
right?
I was like,
yes.
Couldn't have been that anyway. This is too new.
Okay. So I think I think I want to sort of I look a little surprised and like a little bit disappointed. But like I want to address the Kadama and kind of ask it like I just point to the silk and I say, "What is this?"
It points to the silk and then points to you, and then points to the candle and points to itself.
totally legit. I follow.
Okay, could someone explain to me? I don't follow.
So the robe goes on humans and they get dead. Just like if the lantern goes on the tree, it gets dead. Like it's death. It's a bad death thing.
No, I think Emily, you deal with these things a lot. It's offering a trade. It wants to steal
I was
the.
gonna say,
Oh, okay.
It wants to steal the candle, and you can have the piece of silk that now ostensibly belongs to the tree.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I interpreted that very differently.
Yeah,
You did.
It's alright.
But I can see what you did.
Yeah, you took it to the Luke spooky place.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to like a half spooky place, but I couldn't make it make
I was
sense.
just like, it wants a trade. I
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
this, you give me that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of course, Iago thinks that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I sort of like I go to argue with it because I go to be like that isn't your thing, but then I sort of like realized, well, I was getting this as an offering to whatever ghost there was, so I guess I might as well give it to this thing. Although I don't usually give away the lantern itself.
No, it didn't point to the lantern so much as the candle.
Okay, I mean, I'm happy to give it the candle. I'll take
Give it the candle by lighting it on fire.
I take the candle out and like kind of hold it out like to see if that is
It runs up,
like
steals the flame, runs away.
awesome. Okay. Cool.
The whole forest burns down.
Yeah, I love the image of Jay. It just like it grabs the flame and the candle goes out, and now it's just got this little ball of fire thing in its little hands.
Yep. Yep, you
What
see
a
it
cute
going
little,
like.
cute little skirt boy.
I think yeah. If you like look around the tree, you can see it sitting like behind the tree, like, and it's put the flame down in front of it as if there were a fire there, as if there were wood or something. It's just put it down in front of it, and I think it has just some kind of like weird lump of like jelly-like substance. It might be tofu. Yeah, who knows? It's bright pink. And it's like warming it over the candle, and it getting completely over the candle flame, so it's getting completely black. But
It's probably like pickled jellyfish or something weird.
who knows?
That's great. Well, okay, I put the unlit candle back in the lantern and put it back like on my in my backpack. And then I'll reach out and there's like sort of a pause where I just kind of like pause before I touch the silk, and then it just like snatch it off the tree.
Yeah, it like grabs and you have to like and like take it.
Yeah. Well, if it snags, I stop and I do it very carefully.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
I don't want to risk damaging it.
It does snag a little. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have any. Yeah, it doesn't have any holes in it. Doesn't have any like mold on it. The damage to it is like mostly because it's clearly been in the sea.
Okay. All right, I'll take it back to the camp.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Who did you lose in the Court of Swords that like you couldn't afford a shroud for?
Who did I lose?
Yeah.
Was it your mentor?
No, I don't think it was my mentor.
Not necessarily someone very important, but someone who is yours.
I think. Look, this one's all about emotions. Let's say it was a lover.
Yep. Legit. Yeah. And you remember like being and so as you hold it in your hands, you're like, this is similar to what I would have like you saw something like this that you just couldn't afford to like give to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I remember being like frustrated, like and feeling like I should be able to have that thing, like I should have the money for it, and then it wasn't fair, and feeling really like angry about it.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Does this memory just it doesn't feel like this isn't like a Whoa, it's making me think things as visions. It's just that's what it reminds me of. Okay, cool. Yeah, I sort of like carefully like fold it as I'm walking back to the camp with it.
Cool.
And I arrive back at camp, and I walk over to Nephthys, and I say, I had a look around and called out, but we seem to be alone, aside from some spirits, but they're harmless enough. I did find this though, and I'm not sure what to make of it. It doesn't. It seems too pristine. It's very expensive. It was just hanging on a tree.
Nephthys, this could have easily been the thing you saw.
Yeah, so Nephthys looks close at it and like flicks her tongue out and trying to get like the smell.
It smells of death
Deceit.
and oh, I've forgotten the word. Don't put it with. Don't mix it with your washing. It'll make chlorine gas.
Oh fuck.
Ammonia?
Oh.
Ammonia. It smells of death,
Yeah.
ammonia, and salt.
Lovely.
Gross.
Yeah, so Nephthys says smells very old.
It's not even that old. And I think like Sunan kind of like at that point like holds it up to their face and like smells it and kind of like makes a face that is clearly like, oh, it does have a kind of a weird smell, which they obviously hadn't noticed. Like before that, it smells like death, and that's just really familiar.
And then it's at this point that Raindrop sticks their head over Nephthys' shoulder, because Raindrop is lying on the top of the robe that is on top of Nephthys. Because of course, where they are touching it, right, to them it feels like a perfect, like, warm spring day in the Shulin Valley.
Yeah.
And so so they like pop their head over as well and look down at it, and are just like nodding sagely at everything that is being said. But also, Ash, I would like to roll for my sixth sense to see if there's anything spooktacular
Yep, do it.
going on with this robe. Yeah, hecky dang. I did it.
There's nothing strange.
Yep, totally.
Nothing magical there.
Yep, so no
Most
auras, no spirits, no.
No, most magical aura seems to be the tent.
Yep.
And is that expected? Like, is that what it usually is like?
I mean, if it's got a body with a spirit that won't
Yeah.
leave, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been.
Yeah, right. I see. I see weird magic. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna slip away and go and see what's up with the tent.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I assume it's been looking like that the whole time if you've looked before, right?
I don't know that I've like been actively looking. Like, I think I've just been like, oh yeah. I think my assumption was always like, oh yeah, Sunan's in there. Like, whenever I would notice that, you wouldn't be around. And I'd be like, oh yeah, it's just Sunan. Sunan's just doing spooky shit again. But now I'm like, hang on a minute. If Sunan is out here, maybe the magic is coming from inside the house.
Is there anything
And
anyone
so-
wants to do before we wrap up the scene then?
I want to go in. I want to go inside and see what's spooky.
I know, we'll see that after the break. What
Oh,
do
I
you
thought that
wanna
was part of this scene. Okay,
What
that's
do you want
fine.
to do? Yeah.
I do have a thought as well. Yeah, go on. You do.
So, Iago's been heating up water, and he's been pouring it into the water skins that they have, and like placing them around Nexus's body as like warm presses.
That's really cute.
Good stuff.
All right.
Everyone, take care, Nephthys. I do have one thought. I think like there is like a moment at the end of the scene where I've sort of been holding this like folded silk and like talking to Nephthys about it, and we've been looking at it, and I kind of like look at it for a moment, and then I like look up and I see leaden squid like off somewhere a little like further down the beach, doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I think
and I
he's
kind of
dragging like a big tusk along the like ice, just being like,
Yep.
and like you can see it's a lot of work for him.
Yeah.
That's my good boy.
And I like see him, and then I look back at the silk, and then I just kind of like frown slightly, and I like put the silk in my coat and like walk back toward the tent.
Cool. All right. We'll go to break then, and we will be back shortly. See you soon, chat.